Hello everyone, welcome to watch this video. I'm Sage. I'm going to introduce FineReport briefly. Firstly, I'm going to show you the typology of FineReport. Firstly, we can see you may already have lots of database server and file storage service, but after you download FineReport, you can deploy FineReport to one server by using Tomcat or WebLogic or some other containers. And we have FineReport Designer. Normally, the IT department will use FineReport Designer to connect to the FineReport web service. And for the users, they may use browsers to log in to the FineReport system to see the reports. This is FineReport Designer interface. Actually, FineReport is not only software to help you create reports. It can also help you to manage the reports. If we click here, the platform management, we will start the embedded server, and then we will log into the system. It will ask you to set the admin account the first time when you log into the system. These accounts were set by myself the first time when I log into the system. So as we can see here, there are lots of default reports. These reports are used to help the users to learn how to create reports. We can see here, these are the reports template. Once we create some reports template, we can manage them from this platform. How to manage it? If we click manage, click directory, we can create directory here and add the templates and select the templates you already created. There are already some templates, and this is the user. You can add the user manually or import users from database. For example, if you already have your ERP system, you have lots of users in the ERP system. In this condition, you can import the user's information from the database directly here. This is the permission configuration. Maybe you already created lots of reports, but you have your roles to set the permission. For example, financial department can only see the reports, but not the query chart, data entry dashboard. So in this condition, you can set the authority here. You can also set the authority by role or by user. For example, I select Anna. It can only see the dashboard. So now I can only enable dashboard for her. So if I log in Anna's account, so I can see only the dashboard part, but cannot see any other kinds of reports. Now you may ask me how to create a reports template. Before we create the reports, we should have data. We can click server and define data connection and click add button to create a new data source. We can use a lot of kind of database. But in this video, we already have two embedded SQLite database. So I will use this database. I need to create a general report and create a new one. So firstly, I need to prepare the dataset. For example, I can query the database table name from here and drag the table name and click here. So we can see a lot of data. So click OK. You can name it sales data and click OK. So as we can see, there are 3 columns, and we can select them and drag them here and click from left to right. So now I can add the title here. Okay, this is the title. We can set the row height maybe 8 millimeters and give it a style, and so and set the background color, maybe this kind of color, and select them. Set the border here. We can select the expand direction is vertically. It will expand the data vertically. So we can click save and name it as sales data. We can preview it here directly, so we can see the Eastern China and other kinds of data. This is the sales volume. If you want to get the summary of Eastern China, you just need to insert a new column, copy it here, and set the left parent cell is B2. The default one is B2, and then you can select here the data setting is not group, it's summary. Okay, click it, and so you can see the data here. This is how to create the general reports. If you want to create a dashboard, we new a dashboard and create the reports. We drag two different kinds of chart here. Select DB query, use the same table, set volume. Okay, and click the edit and select the data set and select the DS1 and category name, select none, series name, maybe select region, value is just volume, we set is sum, and this one we blend the same data. Category, select the salesperson, series name, select the product type, and value is the sales volume, and select the summary. Okay, click up, save, and name it sales data. Preview it here. As we can see, this is the Eastern China data, North China data, and the data for different salesperson. Yeah. So this is the basic introduction. In the sales data reports, if we want to add some buttons to query the data, we can drag a drop-down box here and one label. Maybe we can set the label is area. The widget name of the drop-down box is area, and we need to bend some data dictionary. We can select the DB is FR demo, and database table is sales volume. We can select the value is region, and then add one button. This button is used to query. Here in the dataset, we need to add some region conditions. This area is the name of the drop-down box, and preview it. So now we can select Eastern China and click query. You can see the data for Eastern China. You can select North China, and yeah, this is how to query it. And in this reports, if you want to set the linkage, if you click one item in this pie chart, this chart will be linked to this pie chart and show the data only related to the data you clicked. So we can add one more parameters. Maybe for region. This name, I tapped region just to remind me in this dataset I have set one parameters, and I will bend the data in this chart for this dataset. Yeah. It will has one parameter. The name is region, so I will name it. This one is pie chart. Okay, and click and select the special effect. Click hyperlink. Select current form object and select chart 1 and add one parameter is region. This region is the parameter I set here for this chart, and the value is series name because I set the series name as region. So and preview it. So now there is no data. If I click this one, it will show the data only for East China. If I click the North China, it only shows the data for North China. Yeah. As we can see, the default data for this chart is empty, so we can set the default value for the region North China. And we can also set the title, click style, and click text, and we can set data for select the parameter, preview it. So the default data is for North China. This is East China. If I click East China, the title will change and the date will change as well. I've created two reports. These two reports. So in this platform, I can create one directory. The name is my reports. The reports for PC, and add the template, select sales data and the other sales data. Click next. This is for preview only, and set the authority maybe for Anna. Is enable for Anna, and the Lisa my report, it cannot see my report. Okay, so now if I log in Anna's account, I can see my report here. Alright, yeah, even under the sales data. But if I log in Lisa's account, I cannot see my report.